Hey guys, if you love what we're doing, make sure to hit that subscribe button right here to my left. If you love something, man, even if you extremely like it, you gotta support it, man. Subscribe.
Just something the streets taught me, man, you know. Get you a long way in life.
Yeah, man. Jeezy's never wrong, man. Jeezy's never wrong. Also, don't forget to check out our most recent episode of The Culture. We talk about our get hip-hop topics and debates and beefs and albums and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's entertaining. All our folks from the Facebook group. So again, check it out ASAP. Hey guys, I'm BMOC. You're now tuned to BMOCTV. So today I'm back with another review from Jeezy. That's right, Jeezy, Church in These Streets, brand new album. And I just want to start off by saying I'm a big Young Jeezy fan, man. I think he's like one of my probably top favorite Southern MCs, man. Just the motivational records and just the big boss talk, you know what I'm saying? But some real life reality raps too mixed in there. I've been loving Jeezy, man, since I heard him, man. And I've grown to kind of appreciate his work even more, especially with the last album, Seen It All, which I think is one of my favorites. So, you know, when I heard this album was dropping, I was real excited. So let's break this down track by track. So we start the album off with one of those traditional motivational records that we know Jeezy for, called Grind State. You know, the album's called Church in These Streets, and maybe with the song he's trying to tell people like, listen, I'm talking church in these streets, but don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I'm still out here, I'm still keeping it moving, I'm still trapping or whatever you want to call it, man. So it's dope. Definitely with that signature sound that we expect from Jeezy. Next up is a song called Lost Souls. With Jeezy's flow is on point. If you didn't like the first beat, you know, Grind State, I think this one is a little bit more laid back, less busy. I like the horns in the background. It still feels presidential. Jeezy doesn't, again, feel too busy, too clash-worthy, so I think it fits his flow perfectly. After that's a song called Holy Water. And it was okay to me. Like, you know, I'm trying to kind of understand the whole church in the streets theme. I think he's trying to kind of bring some of the church topics to like the streets and use metaphors. And, you know, the holy water and throwing bottles up. I don't know if I'm really on that like that, Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on like that. But you know, the record's cool for what it is. It fits the theme of the album. But it was okay. It was alright. Then we get into Gold Bottles. I love this. The melody on the production is phenomenal. I think it's with London on the track. He produced it. And I like Jeezy like this. I like just his rhyme cadence on this. I think this is where Jeezy shines the most. It's definitely one of the highlights of the album to me. I think when Jeezy's in his bag, he's in his bag. I definitely prefer this over Holy Water. So this was a great addition to the project. After that is Hell You Talking About. That 808 drop is mean, man. He the Footmaster Flex face, like, you know what I'm saying? Is mean. And again, it's Jeezy talking that talk, man. The only crime is that the song isn't longer. Like, this is a song I would prefer to be 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So, had to be rewind a few times for the next one, but I'm liking this. Then after that, we get to It's a Hustler's Holiday. Something, hey. I'm digging the bounce. Just like the bounce, the hook is catchy. I definitely can hear this as a radio single. Maybe with a remix. I can hear like a Future or a TIP tip, you know what I'm saying, on this track, just to kind of balance it out. But I like it. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if this was like the next big single. After that's an interlude called Eternal Reflection with some like poetic, religious, you know, words being spoken. I'm liking just a change of pace. It's just something different. It kind of connects some of the album for me. So next is a song called God. And like I said before, I appreciate, you know, Jeezy expanding on the metaphors and some of the storytelling and some of the concepts. I just don't really know too much how I feel about this. You know, a lot of times when rappers compare themselves to God, you know, people have different religious beliefs, you know what I'm saying, and not to get too deep into it, but you know, I just don't know how I feel about it. I definitely want to hear Jeezy kind of explain this track a little bit more. Just as the track itself, it's okay, it's alright. It's not like the Gold Bottles to me or the Hustler's Holiday, so it's okay. I just don't really know too much about the comparing to God thing, Jeezy. I know if I'm 100% with you on that, my friend, but I get where he's going. It's a metaphor for him and how the streets perceive him. So you know, it's all good if that's your cup of tea, but It's okay. Sorry. And after that, we get to the title track. You know what the album is called, Church in These Streets. The song is cool. The song is dope. It's not as catchy as the other Jeezy records that I love. It's not a bad record. It's probably something that'll probably grow with me in time. Like, oh, I'm just playing my, my music collection and it pops up. Like, a few months from now, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't really like hit me hard, man, and some of the other songs. So it was okay. It definitely goes with the theme of the album, so at least it's consistent. Then we get to New Clothes. Like, it's almost like when he almost like loses me a little bit, he catches me. You know what I'm saying? This again sounds more traditional Jeezy. He sounds more in his pocket, more in his lane. Not saying he's just stay with one topic, but you definitely can tell the difference between some of the other concept records and a record like this, where he's kind of having fun, and it's it's his lane. It's his lane. It's his world that we love him for. After that is Sweet Life. This is an example if I can do something different, but keep it yourself. You got Janelle Monáe on the hook. Whoever thought, Jeezy and Janelle Monáe is crazy. The beat is sick. Janelle Monáe's vocals are just like a perfect layering. Oh, you love Janelle. Janelle can do no wrong by me, man. And then Jeezy sounding better than ever, man. I heard this is the next single he said on Angie Martinez. So I'm looking forward to the visual concept of this, but I'm loving it. Again, it's different, but it's Jeezy. I can connect with it immediately. So I know a lot of people are gonna really love that once they check it out. After that is Scared of the Dark. I like this, and mainly because it fits kind of the vibe of Seen It All. Like I said before, Seen It All is one of my favorite albums from Jeezy, and I feel like this could have been almost a leftover track. Not saying that's a bad thing, because Seen It All is a phenomenal piece of work, but just the vibe to me kind of flows. Sound like he may have recorded during that time. I could be wrong, but I'm digging it. And after that's a song called No Other Way. A lot of times when I listen to records, I'm like, I like the beat, but I didn't like the words. On this song, it's kind of like the reverse. Like, I love what he's saying. I love the hook. And the beat is okay, but I don't think it meshed really well with what was going on. It kind of felt like a clash a little bit. So it's cool. Maybe after a few plays, I'm like, okay, I can get into it. Just off of initial listening to it, I love the hook. I just wish it was like another track. And the track isn't bad. It just would have had just different words to it. So again, not bad, but it was okay. Then we get to another interlude, Sister's Good Game. Just some more like knowledge dropping on like the streets and the violence and just the consequences. It's really important right now. The whole Black Lives Matter movement and some of the things have been going on. I mean, forever, but definitely recently, man. Just dealing with like the consequences, just dropping jewels. Keep spreading the knowledge, Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I like that. That's definitely one of the things I can definitely say about this album, is that it's clearly he was trying to provide a message of kind of like empowerment and motivation and all those things that we know him for, man. So kudos to him. Then we get to J-Bo. Had to do my research on this one. He's kind of comparing himself to, I guess, J-Bo, his friend in the BMF gang, who's I think he's incarcerated because Jeezy says at the end, free J-Bo. And it's cool. It's definitely I feel it's gonna grow on me after a while. On the first listen, I was like, oh, okay. The second listen, I was like, okay. It's got a little bounce to it. And then right after that, it's a song called I Feel You, where again, Jeezy's talking about trapping and the consequences. A lot of times we always try to get at rappers and MCs and say, oh, you're just glamorizing this gangster life. You're not really saying what happens to people in real life. You can't say that about Jeezy. He's giving you the pros, he's giving you the cons, and I'm feeling this record. No pun intended, but I feel you. Great track. After that, it's the interlude called Go Get It. Jeezy, I'm mad at you, man. This should have been a full song, man. Like, why you doing this to me, man? This should have been a full song. What are we talking about? The beat is just hard. I'm just grooving into it. I didn't even see the minutes on it. It gets like 2 minutes in. I'm like, why is the song fading out? Why is the song ending? You know what I'm saying? So that should have been a full song. I may have to loop that in my phone, man, to make it a full song. And I just love like the vocals, how they blend with the pianos, just so like cinematic, soulful. I love it. Then we get to a song called Just Win. The hook has to grow on me, but the verses are A1. Like Jeezy's cadence, when he gets his cadence, it's on point. I love the beat switch up. The verses are dope. Just the hook has to grow on me a little bit, but not a bad track. And then finally we get to a song called Forgive Me, featuring the incredibly talented Monica. And Jeezy kind of just just having some confessions, man. Just some street tale confessions, kind of showing a deeper side of him to those that are around him, and kind of giving some apologies out, man. And just being sincere from the heart, which you can appreciate. So overall, you know, it wasn't a bad album. I don't think it was better to me than his last one, Seen It All, but it wasn't bad. I mean, Jeezy set such a high standard, it's gonna be kind of hard to kind of like top some of his best work. I will say there are a lot of songs on this one, man. I feel like if you could have cut it maybe to like 13 or 14. I try to tell you what to do, Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? You the professional, you the millionaire, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like you would have cut it to maybe like 13 or 14 songs, and like the other ones is like maybe like a bonus, like another mixtape. That would have been great. Cause like songs like Sweet Life and Gold Bottles, and just those songs are really, Hustlaz Holiday, those are really like standout tracks. And some of the other songs kind of like just tied things together, but wasn't really like a punch, a 1-2 punch. So it was cool. I like the whole church in the streets thing. I think it was an interesting concept. The message just wasn't as super clear as I would have liked it to be. You know, I think he's trying to connect, again, like the church themes with the streets, but I don't know if he's trying to save people from it. Is he trying to bring street people to the church? Is he trying to have the church understand what the streets is about? Maybe it's a little bit of both. I don't know, but it wasn't really like clear sometimes. But I can't knock him for trying. He's expanding his brand. He's evolving as an artist, man. So I don't respect it. You know what I'm saying? So props to Jeezy, man. There's definitely some songs on here I definitely will replay, like the ones I mentioned. But dope from Jeezy. So what did you guys think? You know, put in the comments. Let me know, were you feeling this from Jeezy? Were you not feeling it? Are you loving it? Which tracks were you digging? Let me know your favorites. Let me know why, if you didn't like it. You know, put in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Also want to shout out those who've been rocking with me so hard. I love you guys. Love you supporters. So shout outs to you guys who commented in the Joe Budden review. Shout out to Carlos Martinez, Papa George 10, Lionel Bogan, JS Explosion, Drayson McDonald, Whoa Nelly Jake, love that, Whoa Nelly Jake, T-Tunes 83, Nina Garza, Frank Burgess, Justice Will Rise, I don't know why I say your name like that, Chandler Recon, Mitty Chris, Style 69, New Knees. So again, shout out to you guys for commenting on the Joe Budden blog. If you guys want a shout out to your brand or anything, all you guys out there, not just them, but all you guys, just leave a comment and I will shout you out in my next review, and we're gonna keep it popping. So thank you guys again for tuning in. I appreciate it. Make sure you check out the most recent episode of The Culture, man. We've been moving, man, with our topics every week. We have a video chat with some really dope music heads from our Facebook group. That's facebook.com/group that's BMOCTV. To check out all of our videos, tune into youtube.com/BMOCTV. Please subscribe, or BMOC.TV. I'm BMOC. Peace.